Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right? You're showing up, putting in the effort, checking all the boxes, and yet it feels like nothing's changing?
Like you're working so hard, but still stuck in the same spot. No breakthrough, no big results. And you start wondering, am I doing something wrong? Or worse, is this even worth it?
We've both been there. And here's the truth. Progress is real, even when it's invisible. Sometimes growth doesn't look like success. It looks like patience, like showing up, like not quitting.
In today's episode, we're going to talk about why you might not be seeing results yet and what to do about it. Because small, consistent effort, it's working, even if you can't see it yet.
And if you're a member of our channel community, you already know this is the kind of support and mindset shift we dive even deeper into behind the scenes. If you're not yet, we'd love to have you.
All right, let's explore what's really going on when it feels like you're going nowhere, and how to keep moving forward anyway. Let's start with something important. Progress doesn't always look like progress, especially in the beginning.
That's because the first stage of growth is usually invisible. It happens internally, shifting your mindset, building habits, rewiring how you think. And that's not something you can measure day to day.
Think about learning English. For weeks or even months, it might feel like you're not getting better. But one day, you'll surprise yourself. You'll understand a full conversation or speak without freezing.
What happened? Progress was happening all along. You just couldn't see it. Because the most important part of learning, growing, or changing happens beneath the surface.
Also, we're usually too close to our own journey to notice how far we've come. You're living it every day, so small gains feel, well, small.
But small doesn't mean insignificant. Sometimes the most powerful progress looks like consistency, like showing up even when it's hard.
So if you're feeling stuck, frustrated, or like nothing is working, pause. Take a breath. It might just be that your growth is happening quietly, silently, steadily.
All right, let's dig into the first reason you might feel stuck, even though you're not. You're measuring the wrong thing.
So many people measure progress by outcome. Did I pass the test? Did I finish the course? Am I fluent yet?
But real growth isn't just about results. It's about showing up consistently, building the habit, strengthening the process.
Instead of asking, have I reached the goal yet? Start asking, did I practice today? Did I do one small thing that moved me forward?
That shift is huge. Because when you measure consistency instead of perfection, you realize you are making progress. Every time you show up, you're building momentum.
So if you've been feeling discouraged, try this. Track what you do, not just what you achieve. Your effort counts more than you think.
And sometimes that's all you need to stay in motion, even when the results haven't shown up yet.
The second reason you might not see your progress, you're too close to it.
You're living your growth from the inside, every single day. And because it's gradual, it doesn't feel dramatic. You don't notice the changes because you're in them.
It's like watching a plant grow. If you stare at it every day, it feels like nothing's happening. But step away for a week or two, and suddenly it's sprouting new leaves.
Same with your progress. The skills you're learning, the mindset you're building, the habits you're keeping, they're evolving. But you're too close to see the shift.
This is why reflection matters. Take a moment once a week or once a month to look back. Where was I 30 days ago? What can I do now that felt hard before?
Or even better, record your journey. Journal. Voice notes. Take screenshots. Make tiny before and after notes. You'll be amazed at what you start to notice.
You are making progress. You just might need to zoom out to see it.
Reason number 3, you're not reviewing or reflecting. And that's not a judgment. It's something most of us forget to do.
We're often so focused on what's next that we never pause to ask, what did I just accomplish? What worked? What needs adjusting?
Think of it like this. If you're driving and never check your mirrors, you miss what's behind you. And you don't know if you're still on the right road.
Exactly. Reflection gives you perspective. It reminds you how far you've come and helps you notice the small wins you might have missed.
Here's something simple you can do. At the end of each week, ask yourself just 2 questions. What am I proud of this week? What did I learn, even if it didn't go well?
Write it down, speak it out loud, keep a note on your phone, because the more you reflect, the more progress becomes visible.
Your growth is happening. Don't forget to slow down and actually see it.
Reason number 4, you're comparing your progress to perfection.
This one hits hard, because sometimes we are making progress, but we can't feel it because we're measuring ourselves against some perfect, polished version of where we think we should be.
Like, I'm still making grammar mistakes, so I must not be improving. Or, I can't speak fluently yet, so I guess I'm just not good at languages.
But perfection isn't the goal. Growth is. And if you're waiting until you're flawless to feel proud, you'll be waiting forever.
Instead, celebrate what's better, not what's perfect. I spoke in English for 2 minutes today without freezing. I understood 50% of that podcast, and that's 20% more than last month.
Every step forward counts. Every mistake you learn from, that's progress. Every time you show up when it's hard, progress.
So stop chasing the polished version of your future self. Show up for the real version of yourself now, the one who's trying, growing, and moving.
All right, here's our 5th and final reason. You're expecting growth to feel good.
We often assume that when we're doing the right thing, learning, improving, growing, it's going to feel exciting, motivating, maybe even fun.
But real growth? It often feels uncomfortable, awkward, confusing, even boring sometimes.
That's because you're doing something new. You're stretching your brain. You're building muscles, mental and emotional ones, you've never used before.
And growth doesn't always come with a, "you're doing great" feeling attached. Sometimes it just feels like hard work.
But that is the sign you're growing. When it feels a little difficult, a little out of your comfort zone, that's proof you're in the zone where real change happens.
So if you're struggling and thinking, "Shouldn't this feel easier?" Remind yourself, growth isn't always comfortable, but it's always worth it.
You're not doing it wrong. You're just doing the work.
All right, let's quickly recap the 5 reasons you might not be seeing your progress, even though it's happening.
You're measuring the wrong thing. Focus on effort, not just outcomes.
You're too close to see it. Zoom out, track, and reflect.
You're not reviewing or reflecting. Make space to notice your wins.
You're comparing progress to perfection. Celebrate better, not flawless.
You're expecting growth to feel good. Sometimes growth is messy, and that's okay.
So if you've been feeling stuck, remember this. Progress isn't always obvious, but that doesn't mean it's not real.
What you're building might be invisible today, but one day you'll look back and realize it was working all along.
Keep going. Keep showing up. The results always follow the action, even if they show up quietly at first.
And if you want a little extra support, don't forget, you can join our channel membership to get bonus content, early access, and tools to keep you encouraged along the way.
We're so glad you're here. Keep growing, even when it's quiet. You're doing more than you think.
Thanks so much for listening to the English Story Podcast. If this episode gave you even a little bit of encouragement, hold on to that.
Your progress matters, even when it's slow, even when no one sees it, even when you can't see it yet.
And if you ever need a reminder, you can always come back here. We're in this with you.
Take care, keep showing up, and most of all, be kind to yourself while you grow.